All right, so welcome to the lesson 3 of the copywriting, which is presented by yours truly, Mac. And today we'll talk about how to create a great headlines that attract readers or viewers at the same time converts to take action. Okay, so it is very important to create a great headline specifically if you are a copywriter because this is where the money is. Okay, in order for your content to be read, you need to create an attractive headline. All right, so just giving you like an idea, um out of 10 people there's just only 8 people that will read your headline. Okay, then 8 of those people, there's just only 2 that will read entirely your content. So it was like filtered as a quality reader. Okay. Now, just to give you an idea, headline plays an important role in copywriting. 80% of the content should focus on how you create a headline, and then 20% is the content wherein you need to deliver what you promise, which is related to your headline. That's why I recommend creating a headline should be something that you should master. Okay, this is where you should rock. So today's lesson, I will teach you how to create an attractive headline that will convert. So let's jump in right away. What is the first rule of creating a headline? The first rule is urgency, or to create a headline which is really urgent. How does it work? Okay, so simple. Create an urgency to your headline, encourage your reader to open or read your post right away. Example: learn how to use the Facebook ads today. Best tips to create income starting right now. If you're gonna try to check and notice the example that I made here, the word today as well as now indicates time urgency. Okay, so meaning if they're gonna read this right now, they will learn something from it. If they're gonna try to open up this content today, they're gonna get something. All right. Other words that you can include is quick, ASAP, or any words that will make your headline urgent. Okay. Basically, those words related to time will make your headline seems to be like an urgent, something that they need to take actions right away so that they will open the content that you have or the copywriting message that you have. All right, so the next rule is the unique. Readers get attracted with unique headlines, something fresh and never been heard. Example: new SB product cappuccino's size like mobile is hitting like a storm. All right, so if you're gonna try to figure out, is there like a Starbucks product which is sized like a mobile? So it's kind of confusing as well as something that is unique that never been heard before. That's why your readers will gonna get this kind of curiosity and then will try to open up your content. There's nothing fancy here, to be exact. You just simply needs to come to the point that you need to be creative in some basic ways. That's why it's very important for you that before you create the whole content of your copywriting message, you need to master the what do we call the creation of headline, because 80% of those copywriters are using the exact tactics that I am sharing right now to you, and 80% of the copywriting message consists of perfect headline. Okay, I'm not saying like 100% perfect because there's no such thing as perfect, but at least at the level of 90 to 95%, you are great when it comes to creating your headline. All right, so let's get into the third rule: ultra specific. You are creating headlines specifically telling your reader what they will get. So, one good example is how to quit your job and become a millionaire within 52 days. Okay, you are very specific with your title. Okay, let's say you are targeting a network marketing people. One of the most common problem that they have is through recruiting, okay, because they're running out of prospects and they don't know how to create a potential customers for their business and turn out to become business partner. Now you can create a headline and a message which is related to how to prospect within a month that will turn into 10 to 11 business partners. So it's very specific. So when someone read that kind of headline, surely you're gonna, or that person will gonna take an action, because your headline entitles to be specific from what you can give to them. And this is exactly the thing that they're looking for. It's like answering the current problem that they are, or the current weakness that they have. Okay, very specific. Fourth rule is useful or usefulness. You can create a headline that will give contribution to your target market, something that will add value for them. Example: free report, 7 tips for Instagram success. Okay, it's very useful because if you're like someone or an entrepreneur who's maximizing the Instagram for business, well, basically these tips will gonna give you like a great, say, enlightenment or additional value that will help your business grow, because on the headline itself you are giving like a usefulness, something that your potential readers will probably gonna learn coming from you. Simple as that. Okay, nothing complicated. Again, the first up to fourth rule consists of for you, right? So you got this kind of urgency, uniqueness, usefulness, and ultra specific. Just remember, if you're getting confused with the lesson that I am sharing right now, you can rewind this video or play it later. Try to listen to it as long as you can, or as many times as you can, so that you can master um, how to create a headline. Okay. Now, there's like an optional rule for this: negative headline. By creating negative headline, many readers are becoming more curious. Okay, one good example is the news on television. If you're watching television, you're probably gonna get curious. Feels like there's like a need for you to watch this video because you heard the newscaster saying that there's something negative happened during that time, and you are like forced to take action even if no one is telling you. You probably experienced that, right? So basically, negative headline is a good way to create a headline that can attract many readers. But the reason why it's considered as optional is, if you're always creating a negative headline, the people or the reader might think different from you. They might end up looking at you as like unprofessional because you're actually delivering a negative headline, but your copywriting message seems to be not related to the negative title that you've created. Okay. Another optional rule is the double benefits. You can fire up an additional benefits to your current headline to spice up more your readers. One good example for this is 2 rules to stay handsome and become attractive all the time. Okay, so if you're gonna look at my example, I added like 2 benefits in my title. Okay, 2 rules how to stay handsome and become attractive all the time. So it's a 2 benefits. That's why it says like uh double benefits. Now, I encourage you to use this as long as you have the knowledge specifically to the service or products that you are using. The reason why I am suggesting like this is just an only optional thing, it's because that sometimes readers get bombarded with a lot of benefits to the point that they were stagnant not to take actions anymore. That's why I just only put it on the optional rule. Okay. Now, optional rule number 3 is put some numbers. Putting numbers to your headlines adds credibility and expectation to your readers. Example: 4 keto foods that will melt away your stubborn fats within 16 days. Now, just to be clear on this, putting numbers on your headlines add credibility to what you were trying to enter, but so much numbers or too much numbers to your headlines will gonna frighten your readers, because most of the time, by nature, okay, by nature, people are really good when it comes on English or science, but somewhat like weak when it comes on math. That's why I don't always recommend to put numbers, because they basically might get end up like perceiving your title as hard for them. Okay, this is based on my experience and based on my things that I've encountered during the time that I am working with my clients. So be careful on putting numbers as always. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss the last part, which is the rule of thumb. First of all, do not exaggerate. Okay, make it simple, make it clear. Okay, don't exaggerate things. Maybe you are rich when it comes on vocabulary, when it comes on using English, or you have this kind of experience already working with a client and you got this kind of self-confidence that you're a really good copywriter, sometimes we tend to exaggerate. Okay, do not exaggerate things, especially if you are on title. It's okay to exaggerate things through your message, but on your title, please make it simple and clear. Okay, just like what I'm saying on the rule of thumb. Don't exaggerate and be clear and simple. Another thing is always use your sense of humor. Okay, sorry for the typo, but that means is like sense of humor gives more spice to your headline, which creates more attractions to generate more readers or customers, as well as the most important thing is actually share your message, because they notice something on your message having this kind of sense of humor that they were able to perceive nice and clear. Last but not the least is never create a clickbait headline. Okay, so what I'm talking about is just like you're just gonna create a great headlines, but your message doesn't fit to your title. Okay, a lot of copywriters do this, but never ever do that, because the moment that your client notices it or your readers notice, they will leave a bad impression to you. At the end of the day, your business will be ruined. Okay, I've always noticed this. One good example is on the YouTube. They're gonna create a great thumbnail, which is, I consider it as like a clickbait, but when you're gonna watch the video, it's not totally related to that thumbnail. That will leave a negative impression to your business. So never ever do that. Okay, so I hope that you learned something today, which is how to create um, a great headline. And next lesson, we're going to talk about how to create a great message, okay, to your copy writing message that you're practicing or you're about to present to your client. So stay tuned with that lesson. So as the time goes by, we're going deeper on how to craft your copywriting message, which can help you out, build confidence at the same time, become more knowledgeable on the field that you're probably going to choose in the future. So thank you again so much for watching this video, and I'm so sorry for my typographical error on my presentations, but no worries, I'm going to correct that soon. Okay, so thank you so much again, and stay tuned.